God, shalom, shalom, shalom. We give our power and glory to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Mashiach, woman like Yahweh Shai. It's Brother Sirach coming back to you another video exhortation. And, doing all things through the power and spirit of the Most High Yahweh. The title of this video is Buying in This Truth, right? Because in this truth, we got to buy in wholeheartedly. We can't, do things in this truth. If you do it, you got to do it and you got to go hard in this thing. Buying in this thing is making sure that you all in. You put your chips to the center and you all in. You buying in this thing wholeheartedly, right? So it's gonna be a quick video through the spirit, right? Let me get Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 23, right? It reads this. It says, "Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding." And so the Lord said, hey, buy the truth and sell it not. So the Lord said he wants you to buy the truth. He wants you to get in this thing. He wants you to put your stake in this thing, right? So he wants you to get in this truth while you can. Not a half do it and you see the truth and you don't buy into it, right? That's like if you see, in this world when people, get into stocks and bonds and things like that, right? They see the thing going up on the stock app, but you don't never buy in, right? And that's what the Lord is saying to do. He's saying, yeah, buy in the truth, buy in this thing, go hard for this thing, because the reward is going to be mighty in this thing. Everybody know what the reward is going to be. You get the kingdom of heaven, you get the crowns, you could be 144, you could be all these things, you could roll 10 cities, 20 cities, 1,000 cities. You could be whatever the Most High granted you based on based on your works in this truth, right? So Proverbs 23 and 23 reads again. It says, "Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding." So all these things come hand in hand. He wants you to get wisdom, instruction, and understanding. He wants all these things to come into you, but he's not going to just let you have it and with you not buying in this thing, right? Let me get Sirach, right? Let me get Sirach, chapter 51 and 25, right? I'm gonna start at 20. I'm gonna start at 23, right? Let's get it. This is Sirach chapter 51 and 23. It reads, "Draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. Wherefore are ye slow? And what say ye of these things? Seeing your souls are very thirsty." Right? Because the Lord see that, our souls are thirsty. He see that we in a valley of dry bones. Dry as hell in America. Dry as hell and desolate of wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Don't know what's right and don't know what's wrong in this thing. Right? It says, "I opened my mouth and said, buy her for yourselves without money." Right? So he's saying it again. Buy her for yourselves without money. So if you know anything about this chapter, it's going into, wisdom. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's what he wants you to buy into. And ultimately, what? What is that? The law, statutes, commandments. Right? The things that the Most High wants you to get into. Right? That's what the Most High wants you to buy into. He wants you to buy into this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that he has for us in this thing. Right? Because wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is how everything goes in the world, moves in the world, right? So let me prove that real quick. Let me get Sirach chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at. Let me see. Right. I'm gonna start at 11. Right. This is Sirach chapter 4 and 11. It says, wisdom exalt her children and laid hold of them that seek her. He that loveth her life, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, and wheresoever she entered, the Lord will bless. So that's plain. Literally the her is wisdom. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? So if you obtain it and you grasp hold hold of it, you will, receive the glory, the joy, and inherit the glory, right? So that's what the Most High wants you to buy into. He wants you to buy into getting this knowledge and wisdom understanding. Because we all know knowledge is the stability of thy times, right? I'm going to read it again, right? This is Sirach chapter 51 and verse 25. It says, I opened my mouth and said, buy her for yourself without money. Put your neck under the yoke and let your soul receive instruction. She is hard at hand to find, right? So she is literally telling you that wisdom and knowledge and understanding is not easy to find. This truth is not easy to find. It's not easy to grasp hold to, right? Let me get this other precept. I'm going to go back to Sirach chapter 6, I believe. Let me get this real quick. Let me find this precept real quick. All right. This is what I want right here. All right. This is Sirach chapter 6 and verse 23. It says, I'm going to start at 22. It says, give. This is Sirach chapter 6, verse 22. It says, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. See, the Lord is saying this plain out simple. Wisdom is not manifest to many people, right? Right. Let me get this other precept real quick. Right. Let's explain this. Let me get Wisdom Solomon chapter 1. Right. Let me see. Let me get this one preset. I'm gonna start at 3. Actually, I'm gonna start at 4. That's the point I want to get. Right. I'm starting at 4. Right. This is Wisdom Solomon chapter 1 verse 4. It says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. So it's literally saying, when wisdom, Sirach chapter 4 was saying, wisdom is not going to manifest to many because a lot of people have a malicious soul. It says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter. So if you have a malicious and wicked soul, the spirit of the Lord is not going to dwell in you, right? It says, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. So if you subject to sin and all you do is want to sin, you don't care about the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be in sin, and wisdom is never going to sup with you. It's never going to dwell in your space, right? Verse 5, it says, for the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. So that's plain. It's literally discipline is gonna literally flee from you. Right? It flees from people that's not righteous. It flees from people that's not on the path of righteousness, and that don't have a malicious soul, right? Doing things for carnal sake. In this truth, even people in this truth, they do things for carnal sake, right? They have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but they use it for deceit. They trap women. They trap them. The women be trapping the men. All these things be happening all in the truth, right? It says, verse 6, it says, for wisdom is a loving spirit and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For Yahweh is witness of his reins and a true holder of his heart and a hearer of his tongue. Right? So that's plain. The wisdom is a loving spirit. And the Most High is not gonna he's not gonna, I should say, turn a blind eye to a blasphemer. Right? Men and women that's doing wickedness in its truth, using the words of the Lord. And using it for their own gain and substance, and using it to be deceitful of wickedness, he's not going to acquit you. Right? So let me go back to Sirach 6. So that's why the Lord said, hey, wisdom is not going to manifest to many. He's not going to deal with many. Right? Right? It says, this is Sirach chapter 6 and verse 22. It says, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. Just like the Lord said, hey, buy into this thing. He said, hey, receive my advice, refuse not my counsel. So the Lord wants you to receive this thing wholeheartedly. He wants you to buy into this thing. He wants you to put all your stake in this. He won't put your life in this. Right? It says, and put thy feet into her feathers, and thy neck unto her chain. Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. So the Lord said, hey, be a servant, be a literally bondman or bondwoman to the truth, to this truth. He wants you to be so dedicated that you a slave to this thing. You a slave to wisdom and understanding. You a slave to this. You want it so bad that you let all wickedness, let this whole world go past. Not saying, still got to do your things and due diligence in this world, because we have to live in this world. But he wants you to not be subject to the folly and the foolishness of this world. Right? So let me go back to Sirach 51. So the Lord said, hey, bow down, bow your ear to this thing, buy into this thing, right? Because verse 26, read it again, it said, put your neck under the yoke and let your soul receive instruction. She is hard at hand to find. Again, she is hard at hand to find. Wisdom is not just going to manifest out of nowhere, out of thin air. So that's why the Lord said you got to buy into this thing. Once you get an inkling of this truth, for people that's coming into this truth, that's new, that's watching the video, you got to buy into this thing. When you hear that you're an Israelite, feed into it. When you hear that you're that the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites, buy into this thing. When you hear certain things, you got to get in this thing. A lot of people is getting into different things in the world. If you into politics, you into sports, you into media things, you into the Illuminati things, you was getting into this. You wasn't just the Illuminati is real. No. Brothers and sisters was getting in this thing, looking at the Illuminati and learning different names and doing this and doing all this research. But the Lord was, literally manifesting himself into you, because all that plays hand in hand with the truth. Uncovering the darkness so you could come into light, right? So the Lord, he said, buy into this thing, right? Let me get Revelations, right? Revelation chapter 3, right? Revelation chapter 3, verse 18, and it reads, right? It says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold, tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that thy shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. And so the Lord said, hey, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire. So the Lord said, I want you to be perfect in this thing. I want you to be that perfect 18 karat gold, 14 karat gold, 8 karat gold, 3 karat gold, 4 karat gold, whatever. He wants you to be perfect, that pure thing. So when you come into him, and he said, buy unto me, so your shame and thy nakedness do not appear. So you will know what's going on in the world. So the Lord said, hey, buy into this, man. Keep investing yourself into this truth. The more you invest, hey, the more you will get out in the long run. Yeah, it's not about glitz and glamour and it's truth, because that's not what the Lord is about. He cares about what your soul is doing. He cares about if you had the fruits of the Spirit. That's what the Lord care about in this thing, right? Let me get a St. Matthew. St. Matthew. St. Matthew chapter 25 and 18. Start at 18. No, 18. I'm going to start at 9. That's what I want. 9 and 10. Right? This is St. Matthew chapter 25, verse 9. It says, but the wise answer, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. Who's that bridegroom? The bridegroom is literally Yahushua, right? And they were ready, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So the Lord said, hey, get your oil while you can. Hey, literally the brothers on the highways and hedges that's all across the world pushing this truth, is literally going to be a point to where brothers is not going to be out there no more. Brothers is not going to be out there trying to feed you and give you oil, give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So the Lord said, hey, buy while you can. Buy while it is hot and ready, right? Because there's going to be a time where it says, hey, they're going to say, hey, but the wise answer, saying, not so. Lest there be not enough for us and you, right? But go ye rather to them that sell. Go to the people that don't give a damn about the truth. Go to people that's out there selling this thing. He says, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So the Lord said, hey, get it while you can, because the door is going to be shut. Hey, brother, hey, I never been to college, but if you late to college, your college classroom, a lot of times, I know what I see on movies, the door going to be shut, man. You not coming into this room and late. You disrupting the people that's really trying to get in this thing. So the Lord said, hey, you better get it while it's hot. Get it while you can. Get the oil, get the knowledge, and the understanding while you can in this thing. And don't put it off from day to day, right? The Lord said, literally, don't put this truth off from day to day. Don't haste, right? So let me get Matthew 4, right? It's Matthew 4, get an account, man. Hey, these brothers, hey, they straight way, man. Followed the Lord wholeheartedly, man. Did what the Lord said had to do, right? It's just quick. This is Saint Matthew, chapter 4, verse 18. It says, and Yahushua walking by the sea of Galilee saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Verse 20, it reads, and they straightway left their nets and followed him. So that's what they did. They left their nets. They threw their nets down. Say, give a damn about this job. I'm gonna give a damn about the world, and left these nets and followed the Most High Yahweh while Yahweh shot. Followed the Mashiach, and that's what they did. Right? That's how you buy into this truth. That's how you show that you buying into this truth. Is doing what the brothers did. Right? Right? So they was mighty, right? Let me get Colossians chapter 3. Right, Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23. Because it's also buying this thing. It says, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men. right? The Lord said, hey, do it heartily. Do it with your heart. Do it with your soul. Put your life on this thing, right? Knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord, Yamashiach. Hey, so the Lord said, hey, do this thing wholeheartedly, man. Put your all in this thing, your blood, your sweat, your tears, man. Hey, you gotta, hey, put that, hey, Mamba mentality in this thing, man. Like they say in the word for basketball. And everybody use it for that mama mentality. Hey, the Lord say, hey, put that into this truth. Go hard for the Lord, right? Everything is second. Everything is secondary, right? Everything, right? Let me get that right. And that's precept to the spirit. Let me get that right. Chapter 43 and verse 30, right? Is that right? Chapter 43 and 30. It says, classic precept. It says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed, and when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. And that's how you got to do this thing. You got to go hard. You got to go, you got to grind this thing out. You got to really get in this thing and put your best foot forward. Like you was doing everything in the world, trying to be whatever star you was trying to be, whatever work you was trying to put your life into. You gotta go hard for this truth, because this is the new work. This is your new life if you in this thing, right? And everything else will be added unto you, right? So the Lord said, hey, buy into this truth, get in this thing, put your life on in this thing, put your stake in this thing, put all your marbles in one basket in this thing, and really go hard for this truth, right? So that's what the Lord wants from us. It's a quick video through the spirit. Hope brothers and sisters get edified through the spirit and literally start buying in this truth, right? And we got a part of the glory of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Malak Shai.